Unknown caller. Two.
Testing.
1, 2.
What's up? We're back, bro.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back in full effect.
We are. I'm really pumped right now.
Are you? I woke up this morning and I just was in absolute vacation mode. Really, yesterday, I got in sweats and I stayed in sweats all day long. And then, like my jogging suit, I look like a gangster. And then today I woke up and I'm like, this is what you're going to get because this weekend I'm leaving.
Oh, you look sharp, bro. Oh, it's Hawaii,
baby.
right?
Hawaii, baby. Yeah.
You're going to be doing some calls from the beach next week.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Good.
I've never done that before.
That's going to be so good.
I've always had this image of like, working on the beach, like that, how everybody does online. And it's like this cool thing to work on the beach. And I've never done it. And I'm like, dude, that would be cool. I can do this now.
That'd be cool. Daniel, are we going to be able to set that up with his phone? It'll come through, right?
Yeah, we just have to do it before the show.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Just pre-record type of thing or what? No.
I just have to make sure that we are already in the call before the live stream starts.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
If you guys can't hear, Daniel's our podcast engineer, and he is giving us some coaching on how to set up next week. But we are here, guys. Fernando Pitti here with Everest Coaching, and I'm here with Alma Merrill.
So,
So if you guys don't know Alma is a 20-plus year, around 20 years,
almost
right?
20 years.
Yeah, 20-year veteran.
Almost 20 years.
In real estate, and you've been doing this same thing for this long, right? I mean, you've been calling
since day one.
Yeah. It's a lot of experience here.
Yeah. You know what? It's been an interesting ride because when I first started, I would make 100 contacts to every one appointment.
Oh, okay.
So
Then look at you today.
Things have changed.
I think our first time you did like 100%, wasn't it? Like 4 to 4.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
It was pretty wild.
day one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys want to see any of those pre-recordings, you can just go on the Everest coaching page and you can look at. They just after we do our lives, they stay on the page, so you can go back and look at the pre-records. So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of education going on here. A lot of value. So
The least amount we've had was 1. And last week we got 3. And every other week's like 2, I think, something like that.
Are you hooked up on your phone right now?
Yeah, it's pretty close. I can just push go, basically.
Let's make it happen.
I just needed to call in.
All right, guys. Well, if you guys are ready, we are going to make some calls. There we go.
Dude, I've had so many people hitting me up about this, saying, hey, we want to watch this. We want to watch this. And it's interesting trying to find the right platform to do it on, to get people to go. So we're going to put together a platform, you guys, a Facebook group that everybody can just go join. That's just the cold calling aspect of this thing. And so, cold calling and more is what we'll call it, but it'll be cool.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be really good. Let's do it. Let's get these phones going.
All right, let's see. We're just logging into the dialer. And for those of you who don't know, I use the Red X dialer, real estate data exchange system. They're actually a Utah company, which is where we're at. And they're national, international. I think they're international. I know they're national as far as lead sources. And they are phenomenal. So for sell by owner and expired leads, this is just solds. Yeah, they do a phenomenal job. They have an integrated dialer system, so helps a ton. All right, I'm loading. It's loading. I already had it loaded and connected, and unless you start dialing, it hangs up on you. So, all right, here it's gonna dial me in here in just a sec.
All right.
I think it's all fun. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throws.
There she is.
Ghost. I need to know everything. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where. I need everything.
Okay, we're on. We are connected. Okay, we're dialing, baby. 3 lines at a time. Calling for sell by owners.
This is Lenny.
Hi, hey Lenny. Hey, I was calling about you had a property for sale a little bit ago here in Woodland Hills. Did you ever sell that?
No, we have not sold it yet.
Okay, and you're selling that for sell by owner, is that right?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
We are discussing with someone, a real estate agent, so we'll see what we decide to do.
Okay, cool. Well, my name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had a ton of agents calling you trying to list it, right?
I have.
Fortunately, the purpose for my call is we just sold a couple other properties not far from you there. So I was just calling to get some info about this one. Is that okay?
Sure. Uh-huh.
So, and is this just a lot, right? There's no buildings on it?
Yeah, only a lot.
Okay. And is it fully improved or is it just raw ground?
Well, so it has utilities hooked up. It does need a septic tank.
Okay.
But we've already done the percolation test on it, along with the geotechnical study and the topographical survey.
Okay, so you've already done the percolation
But it has
test. Okay.
gas and electric and water
Nice. Okay.
hooked up.
Gas, electric. Okay. And water. Okay, cool. And then how big is it? What's the acreage on it?
It's 1.09 acres.
1.09. Cool. It's obviously in a great area. Why are you selling it?
Well, so we had purchased it and we have an architect and we have a builder. And then my dad also owns a property in Woodland Hills and he decided that he wanted to keep it in the family and gifted it to us. So we decided that instead we would sell our lot and go there. So
Okay.
that's why we are not.
And what are you asking for this lot?
Right now, as for sale by owner, it's 235. I know the real estate agent wants to sell it for 250. But it is the reason we're selling it for so low is that it is a very steep lot, so the cost to build on it increase because it's a steep lot.
Yeah, if the topography is challenging, it's obviously going to go up or significantly to build on it. How steep are you? Are you talking like really, really steep, like super hard, or
well, yeah. I mean, it's a steep lot. For the percolation test, he said it had to be 25% and below in order to do like a standard septic tank, and he said ours was like that. So I know the city, I think they said the road was at about 22%. I think that's what they said. And so the other problem with it is that they won't do snowplow and trash. You will have to either do part of it yourself or move the trash cans down.
Oh,
that was the other thing that we talked to the city about. So it's paved up to a certain point on our property. So the road is all paved, but then past that point, it's dirt.
So will they plow up
for the
to
rest of the property? So you have an
on the paved point, or will they not plow up there at all?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how high they are. I mean, they just recently paved it last year. So I'm assuming that up to where they paved is where they're planning on plowing. But obviously this year they didn't plow up there because no one's building. So they just plowed up to where the houses are.
Right.
But they just recently repaved last year up to past our property.
How well do you know the people there in Woodland Hills? Have you been there for a while?
Well, I mean, I've been. So I grew up in Coverbridge Canyon.
Okay.
And my husband went to Payson High, so I went to Spanish Fork High. So I know people in Woodland Hills, and my family's been, in Utah County. So I know the area, I mean, fairly well, but I haven't lived there.
Are you familiar with the Rose family by chance?
Rhodes, R-H-O-D-E-S?
Rose, like the flower rose?
Oh, the flower rose. Not off the top of my head.
Okay. I just checking. So I just sold their Woodland Hills property for them, and then I helped them sell they had also had a Santaquin property as well. I've been in lots and land development for almost 20 years. So that's kind of what I started in. I still do houses and stuff like that too, but I started in lot and land development, which was kind of unique to me. I really liked the idea of it, and then kind of it's just boring because it's just dirt, so
yeah.
And so I started selling houses, and that's it's about 50-50 now as far as what I sell. But I don't know. Tell me how you came up with the price of the 235. You said that the other agent you were talking to was saying 250 on this.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. So, I mean, we just kind of looked at what was being, the other lots that are being sold around there are obviously significantly higher, but they're easier access to.
Right.
We looked at sort of like the estimate on Zillow and Redfin. And then we've, obviously put in about.
Did the Zillow and Redfin
I don't remember exactly how much
just confuse you?
Yeah, I mean, really. But we just took that amount, and then we just kind of put in how much we've paid for the topography survey and the hazard study and the perk test, and then just kind of added on to that.
Okay. And you probably know this. The market is so freaking weird right now, the way people are buying properties. There's not really a rhyme or reason to it. I mean, we're seeing fluctuations of $50,000 or $100,000 away from the comparable quote unquote price. And so, I just sold a house, this was a house over in Riverton. I run the whole Wasatch Front, but I just sold a house in Riverton, and they were only asking $745,000 for this house, and we put it on market at
I'm sure it went way over.
Yeah, and we priced it up to $900 for the listing, and I got a call from this agent. She goes, "Why in the world are you selling this house for $900? There are no comps to support this." And I said, "I know, but it doesn't really matter because it's within reason of what the market's producing, And so that's why I asked, and it did sell. That agent was the one who submitted the offer and they bought the house for $900,000. So when I look at that, I'm like, yeah,
well,
I mean, you can debate it, but the market is just nuts,
Right. Well, and we also, for ourselves, because we've already talked to the architects, we've already talked to the builders, so we know that it's going to be more expensive to build on this lot. And so we didn't want to, price out people because we know it's going to be more expensive. And so, yeah, that's kind of what we also put into the
how many
price
lots
on it.
right now are for sale in Woodland Hills? Are you aware, or have you guys checked?
And the prices are all over the place. Like one was for $750. One, I think the lowest one is like $380 maybe. I don't know if it's gone up since then. There's some for $400. I think there's only about maybe 4.
Are they all kind of around
4
1 acre?
lots for sale. Roughly.
Okay.
Yeah, give or take. I mean, I don't know that they're quite 1 acre. I think some of the 750 ones are over 1 acre. And the others are like 0.75 or 0.6, something like that, but fairly close to an acre.
Isn't that funny? What a hodgepodge. It's crazy. But it'll be interesting to see what it actually sells for because, well, let me ask you this. When you had it checked out as far as with the builder and stuff, did they indicate, that you have to do any type of helical piers or anything like that?
The piers.
As far as like for
you mean like for the
foundation,
pylons or
like the pylons,
Yeah, I'm assuming because we doing the hazard study test, there is obviously the fault line that runs right to the east of it.
Okay.
And so I'm assuming our builder didn't look as close at that yet because we were still in talks with the architect. But I assume that the city would require, their engineer would require something like that. I mean, we talked to a civil engineer because we wanted to find out exactly what we would need to do to get in and out and, what all of our options were. But we hadn't talked to a structural engineer yet.
Okay.
So I think we had just assumed that we would need pylons because we were right next to the fault.
Yeah.
But the soil, the EPIC engineer who did the hazard study, he said the soil was great.
Okay, that's good. That's really good. Because if your soil's great, then that helps a lot with the helical piers and the pylons and stuff like that. So, okay, cool. Well, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
And
yep. Well, and the other great thing, the reason we love this lot is because it backs the mountain, and that's why we bought it because we thought, oh, that's so perfect. So that was our main reason for buying that lot.
Yeah, I'm selling a house in Springville right now, and the fault literally runs right underneath this house. And it's the highest house in Springville.
That's a bad idea.
Very, very highest house. It's crazy. You stand up on his deck and you overlook every single house in Springville. And he's just right into the back, and his yard actually crosses over the shoreline trail, and that's how high it is.
Oh,
and,
okay.
It's really cool though. But this house has been there since 1980 something and hasn't, or 1970 something actually, hasn't even moved an inch. It's just really solid because they had extremely good soil when they built. So.
Oh, nice.
Well, cool. Well, let me ask you this. I don't know if this would work for you or not. It may not, but I'm sure there's, a certain amount of cash you need to get out of the property in order to make it worth it for you to sell, right?
Right.
And I know you're already kind of considering this proposition, but if we could figure out a way that by working together on it, we could get it sold, net you a little bit more money, put in your pocket the amount of cash you're trying to get. I mean, you'd be open to at least exploring that, right?
Yeah. I mean, right now we are open to all options.
Okay.
We're not in a rush to sell it. We do obviously want that money to go into our next build at some point. So, sooner rather than later, but
yeah. And the reason I bring that up, and I know you kind of had this other agent kind of in mind for this, and I don't know who that is or what they do, but all I know is what we do to market properties like this and how quickly we can turn them. And, we just closed another one in Salem that was 12 acres, one of the very last, great buildable parcels in Salem. And,
oh, wow.
And,
geez.
Yeah. And it was a family gig, and we were able to increase the purchase price substantially from what the other agent was telling them that it would sell for. And he was missing so many things just because his lack of experience or understanding of how land and lots work. And so we were able to
Okay.
increase the price substantially. I think we netted her $150,000 more than what he was telling her. And she was just single lady. She was the last of her family. This was inheritance, and she was just trying to sell it, do the right thing, and we were able to really help her on that. So I don't know how this scenario will work out, but I think it's probably worth looking at.
Sure.
So okay, cool. And where do you guys live?
Right now we're up in Boise, Idaho.
You're in Boise. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go down and I'll just take
Yep.
a drive through, drive past the property. Is the address pretty accurate? The 875 South Sky Lake?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll just do I'll do a drive
Just
past.
be aware there's still snow on the ground. Okay. I was going to say, in order to get to it, you're going to have to go through some snow.
Are you? Okay.
Unless you come in from the south side, and then you can look down into the property.
Okay.
Which might be a better way to go.
Okay.
But
I'll pull it up on satellite
so
too.
you're
That
aware.
might be even better just to do a satellite shot of it. Okay. Sounds good. And then if what I'll do is I'll just kind of do some research on it and see if it makes sense for us to work together on it. And I'll be totally candid with you. Like if I look at this and I can see that it's worth 199, I'll be candid with you. But if it's worth 270 or
Great.
300,000, I'll also tell you that.
Okay.
So, okay, cool. And again, my name's Alma.
That would be fantastic.
And then
Alma. Okay.
Yep. And then let's see, when are you typically available for a call back? Or afternoons, evenings pretty better for you, or?
Really, it's anytime. Just if I'm available, I'll take the call. And if I'm, doing something with the
Pretty
kiddos or something,
Yeah,
then
everybody's
I
mobile
won't.
now, huh?
So it's pretty open. Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll just do this. I'll put you down. I'll just give you a call back at around 6 this evening. So today I'll just do some research on it, see where the numbers would come in at. And then, I'll just be totally candid with you. And if it makes sense for us to work together and list the property together, then awesome. And if not, no big deal.
Okay. Nope. That would be great.
Cool. And tell me, what was your first name again? Lanny?
Lanny.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Just want to pronounce it. And then what's your hubby's name?
BJ.
Okay, cool.
I mean, on the deed, it's William, but he goes by BJ.
Okay, cool. BJ. Awesome. Lanny and BJ. Okay, cool. Well, I'll just put this down and then I'll just give you guys a call. And if both of you were there, that would be obviously awesome. And then if you have any questions for me, but then I'll give you some good, solid, accurate information.
I can't guarantee my husband will be there because he's really busy, but
yeah, no worries.
I should be able to take the call.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, cool. Thanks so much, Lanny. I look forward to chatting with you and hopefully we can work together on this.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
You got it. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Dude, how easy was that one? Oh my goodness! I mean, you made it look easy. I gotta say, that was a really good job, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, was that a lot that she was? That it was.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a piece of land. It's an acre piece of land. Here's the thing with this area, Woodland Hills. It's starting to become a lot more popular, and so because you know, this is the funny like old man farmer joke. I was just on this appointment the other day, and this old man who owns these 30 acres of land that I was just on this other appointment with the other night before last. He's like, they're not making any more land, and I'm like, dude, every single old farmer that I've sold his land, they always say they're not making any more land. But it's true, man. They're not making any more land. And so in some of these areas where it's limited buildability and there's very few buildable lots left in certain small communities that are super high demand and really getting expensive. This is like the next, actually this is smaller than Alpine significantly, Woodland Hills is, but it's like the next Alpine as far as prices go for Utah County. And it's fascinating to watch all of these properties sell so fast in Woodland Hills, whereas 10 years ago, Woodland Hills was like no big deal.
Yeah.
Now they're like, everybody wants to be in Woodland Hills. So yeah, it was, I mean, I'd love to hear some people's perspectives on what on that call caused it to turn, or was it just a turnover? I saw some challenges there right up front, like where she had another agent they were going to list it with.
Yeah. Yep.
if you notice, I only touched on that briefly. I didn't go into it. Hey, who's the agent? How much? What this? What that? No. All I did was talk to him about what I can do to market the home. I did mention a couple things, like this other property we had that we were selling this other agent underpriced it, and that was true. That was a true story. And it was fortunately like the next city over from theirs in Salem. And so I always bring up I call that a soundbite sale, meaning that you give a small verbal commercial about another scenario that was similar to theirs so they can relate to it. And so that's why I said, that makes me think of this other piece of land that I just sold for this lady. And he was $150,000 off on his price. We were able to put it on market, increase the price, and we sold it for her. That's significant.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time where agents are like, oh yeah, price it here, it'll sell fast. Where the agent is just speaking with their own commission breath.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I want you to sell it, Yep. And they want to sell it as quick as possible. When I sell a property, I don't care if it takes 30, 40, 50 days. I don't care if it takes 6 months. Why? Because if it's in their best interest to wait and get a higher price point, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
And most properties sell really fast within days or weeks, but there are some that are very unique. Sometimes it takes a year. It does. Sometimes they do. And sometimes they take 6 months and sometimes whatever. One other point to that on the timing. I worked with this agent once out in North Carolina on one of the properties that me and Jennifer owned. And we call this agent up. We interviewed like 2 agents. I already kind of knew the agent I wanted to work with. I could tell he was just a phenomenal human being. He comes over, we talk to him, and he goes, yeah, we'll list it for, I said, how long do you usually list properties for? And he said 3 months. And he knew I was an agent. I'm like, 3 months? And he goes, yeah, our market, it's really common to only take a 3-month listing. And I'm like, no. Yeah. I said, because if it doesn't sell in 3 months, then I want to relist it and I'm going to have to go through all the paperwork again, right? Or addendamize it or whatever. I said, look, I like you. I trust you. I'm going to give you a 6-month listing on this. And he goes, whoa, that's the longest I've ever had. I was like, really? Yeah. So in small town, North Carolina, in Mount Olive, North Carolina, apparently houses or listing contracts are only 3 months long. And I said, well, what's your average days on the market? And this is years ago. And he goes, 370 plus days.
So multiple agents.
Wow. I said 300 is your average day on market? He goes, yeah. I said, dude, then you've got to take a 6-month listing. Because here's the thing, guys. If your days on market is 300 plus days, then in theory, you should be taking listings over 300 plus days because you want to be able to have the entire time to sell the home if that's your average days on market. Mm-hmm. If your average days on market is 35 or 33 days like it is here in Utah, it's okay to take a 3-month listing. Who cares? It's going to sell before. But you want to have as much time as possible to market and sell the home. So stop taking the small month, the low 3-month or 2-month or whatever listings. You need to have more time because by the time you put it on your time, effort, marketing, dollars, your mind, thought, your brain farts on the property, you're going to wish you had a longer listing so you could actually make your money back on that damn thing. It makes no sense to me to do that. It was crazy. So.
Woodland Hills. So where's Woodland Hills if you guys aren't familiar with Woodland? Because I've heard of it. I've never been.
So Woodland Hills right by Spanish Fork, Payson, Salem, Santaquin, down in that little area down there in the South Utah County.
Okay. Awesome.
So that was a good one.
That was a good one. I'm excited to see what happens with that one. Keep me posted because it looks like they're ready to make a move ASAP.
Oh, definitely,
and get a listing signed.
I'll probably just sign them tonight.
Yeah.
That's probably what will happen. I mean, usually in these scenarios, and it's funny because if you do really good on the phone with somebody and they're out of state like these folks, usually they're like, yeah, just send it to us. We'll sign it. So
love the confidence. I love the confidence. Oh, look at that. What's that over there? We got the wheel up.
What?
It looks like you got what do you change the purple on there? In studio training. I like that.
Nice.
Dude. Should we spin that thing or what?
Yeah, let's do some of
Let's
that
spin
spinach.
it. Let's get that going. And I know that Glenna's been watching, and we talked to her yesterday too. I was actually driving back from Southern Utah, and I was messaging her on the road, and she's looking like she wants to spin the wheel. So
Nice.
Glenna, if you're watching, can you give us a?
She's like the most faithful follower on this live.
She's amazing.
Everybody needs to do what she does, which is she sets her calendar and she looks forward to it. And I guarantee that's what she does. If you're not, guys, you need to do that. Set your calendar. Make sure you set some time aside. This is gold training. If you're trying to supplement your real estate business with a for sale by owner or expired call, this is platinum. This is like what you want to be watching and learning and training on.
Oh yes. Let me let's see. How can I get to this one right here? Okay, we are almost here. Okay,
All right.
while
Are we
you-
spinning?
You know what? We're gonna spin.
Let's get Daniel Vanna up here and spin it.
Yeah, Daniel. Let's but you know what, Daniel, hold on. Before you get up here, let's go ahead and talk about the promo coming up, and then we'll get Glenna on. I believe she's watching, but we're not getting a response. So, but we do have a delay. But let's see if we can get her to jump on here so we can spin the wheel. We can actually give her a call too. Right? Are you set up for that? Did you practice it? Who? Yeah, but I'm talking about a live. Are we able to add somebody into? Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? Let's give her a call. Do we have Linda's phone number? Is that something that we do? Is that something Judy might have?
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, let me check. Let me see. Come on, come on, come on.
How you guys doing out there? Who else is on?
That's my wife right there.
Congrats.
Hey, baby, you want to spin the wheel?
Got Nate, Kelly, Daniel.
Kelly. Let's give away some prizes. Let's see. Let us give away some prizes.
And land, like when we're talking about land, like land is pretty easy to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Land is pretty
You don't
easy.
have to show or open any doors or anything
no
like that.
open
Yeah.
houses, no show. Yeah, no interior photo tour, like just pictures, sometimes some drone and market it correctly.
We have Kelly here.
What's up, Kelly?
You want to spin? He says,
Kelly
sure.
Arocha.
All right, let's give it a little spin. Daniel, you want to put get the camera over there in the wheel, and then I'll let you know when to spin, and we can move
Mr. Kelly Arocha.
Okay. I'll tell you when. You ready? Give me 1 second. Hold on.
All right, are we
Hold
spinning
on.
for Kelly?
We're gonna give him a little. Yeah, we need to
Nice,
spin,
dude.
but let me.
All right, let's see.
Let me get this. I want to get this thing going. I don't know why it's not letting it work. Let me see here. Oh, there we go. Let's give it a spin. Let's go, Daniel. All right, Kelly. Let's see what we got.
What is it?
Did he just get a lunch with George?
Oh.
My gosh. Look at that. We'll give him another one.
Lunch with George. Nice, dude. That's a good one.
I like that.
Lunch with Jorge.
Kelly, where are you located? Are you located here in Salt Lake City, Utah? We'll give him a chance. to
He's
respond.
in Wasatch Front.
Oh, look at that, dude. Yes, I like that. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one, brother.
Home office.
Well
There
done.
you go. Congratulations, man. Judy will get a hold of you. Actually, you know what? Stephanie will get a hold of you to set up that time with George. That's extremely valuable, by the way. Yeah, it's not easy getting lunch with George.
No, it's not. No. And being candid, this might be at the next event where you go sit next to George and we have lunch with him. But if not, then yeah, you'll go have like an individual. Sometimes they just do that at the next event too.
And it's still extremely private. When we go, it's like
it still is
6 or 7 people tops.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, really good. Well, how you feeling? You feeling 2 for 2?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think you will actually.
I brought like 5, so hopefully we can get.
Oh, let's go for 5.
Just fill them all up, baby.
All
right.
right.
I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know. Let's get the dialer back on.
Wait, what's the date today? 31st, yeah?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. I set one appointment and never put the date, time, or anything on. I totally spaced it like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, wait, when is this? No idea.
All right.
Resume, baby. Okay, we're back. We're back on it. 1 for 1.
Please leave your message for 801.
So I have my listing appointment sheets. I have my notepad.
Hello, Isabel.
Hi. Hey, I was calling about you had a property for sale a little bit ago on Oak Drive here in Woodland Hills. Did you ever end up selling that?
No.
Okay.
We just listed it. We got a realtor, so.
Oh, did you? Okay. So you ended up listing that. Okay. I was just calling. There was another one I'm listing over there. So I was just calling to get some info. I'm a local agent. So it is listed then?
Yeah. It's in the process of getting listed.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So.
Have you officially signed it yet or not?
You have
not
a
yet?
property? Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, did you? Okay. No worries.
So a little too late.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'm listing one over on Skylake Drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's where they have a stick line over there, right? That's where they're doing the gated thing, or not that one?
No, not that one. It's not gated. It's just a public road. But yeah, it's pretty steep property, pretty steep lot. But yeah, I'm just a local agent. My name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. But yeah, I've just sold properties over there forever.
Okay, gotcha. I'm curious as far as like your listing over there.
Yeah.
Just how much, or what's the acreage, and then how much is it?
It's 1.09 acres.
Okay.
We have yet. It's going to be. There's some topography there. We have yet to price it exactly yet, just because it's such a hodgepodge over there of values. What are you guys asking for that one?
Yeah. I think we did 450.
450. Okay.
I think that's what we're going. It's 2 acres, but it's like not all of it, all that buildable, because it is steep. I mean, you can see the valley and everything, and I'm sure the property that you're talking about, you can see the whole valley too. But
right. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll just look yours up online. When is that going active?
I think tomorrow or the next. Yeah, I was just curious if you were guessing how much you were going to list it for. We were just going to shoot that number and see what. I mean, that's what everyone else for smaller acreage, like around an acre, is like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So,
who did you list it with?
You know what? It's a family friend. He just sent me what his broker is or who the agency is. But
but you did sign. You did actually sign.
Yes, we did this morning, so it's a little bit too late. But
no worries.
I was just curious.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah,
because we're just barely listing it, and how much you were thinking.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I would have to see the actual topography. I've worked in the area for about almost 20 years now, so doing lots and land development and stuff like that. So I have a pretty good grip on the marketplace and what things will look like after I look at them and see them and walk them and that type of thing. But so I can't give you an exact price point, but it'll be interesting to see. I mean, there's stuff like yours that's selling everywhere from 300 something to 700-800. So It really just depends on the location
Yeah.
of the lot and the topography and the accessibility for, additional features and benefits for the home.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for calling.
Yeah, my pleasure. Good chat with you. Best of luck to you on the listing.
Good luck.
I'll be looking
Uh-huh.
out for it.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks for
Bye.
time. Okay, bye.
Dude, I'm telling you, was it today that he said he talked to him
Yeah,
earlier?
they signed today.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would have been yours.
Oh yeah, all day long. Yeah, I mean, I could sense his regret.
Yeah.
We weren't even that far into it. He regretted not working with me.
Yeah, I felt that. I did feel that.
That's funny, man. He's like, oh, yeah.
And it was somebody that just got him with a phone call, wasn't it? Is that what he said?
He said it was a family friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which here's the funniest thing. All right, you ready, guys? Here's some freaking platinum for you. It don't matter if it's a family friend or not. They still won't work with the family friend if you do it right. And what I mean by that, everybody thinks, if it's a family friend or whatever, it's over, right? Like you can't get that listing. I disagree. I actually think it's more powerful that you have a better chance of getting a listing if they're trying to list with a family friend more often than not. I would say probably at least 70 to 80% more likely that you will get the listing if they have a family friend they were considering listing it for. Why do I say that?
I don't know.
Sounds back-ass words, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I say that because statistically in my business, that's how it's gone. And what I find out is that even though people know people in the business, what I find out is it's not always the best fit for them to sell their home. That just because they know somebody that's a realtor, it doesn't always mean that they're the best fit to sell the home. Sometimes they're great family friends. Sometimes they're even great realtors, but working together, it's not always the best fit. And so I always try for it every single time. And I would say 70 to 80% of the time, I will get the listing over the other agent.
Well,
Because I come at them not as a family friend. I come at them as a real estate professional. I come at them as an absolute freaking pro in their area. And they would much rather work with an absolute freaking pro in their area versus somebody that they know that happens to be licensed.
yep.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. There is a difference in the way they're treated when it's a family friend, because it almost feels like they were gifted the listing.
Right.
And they're like, oh, it's mine regardless, because I'm a family friend.
Yeah.
I've experienced that.
Yep. And I see that constantly. And people are like, what? I never thought. No, it's true. It's true. If you do enough of these calls, you'll find out that underneath either the husband or the wife or the other partner or whatever goes, I just don't like them that much. I don't want to have to work with them.
Yeah.
I barely like seeing them at the family reunion.
Yep.
Why do I have to work with them too?
Oh, yeah. And then you got to give them, your personal information. They start finding about your finances and this and that.
Yeah. Sometimes your best relationships in business are not the ones you know already. There's a few exceptions to that rule in my business, but even in my business, like I have 8 siblings, dude. I've only worked with one, I think.
Oh, wow.
One. My brother. That was it. And then out of my friend groups, I do work with quite a few more friends in real estate, but very few family members or family friends do I ever end up actually working with. It's interesting. It's just because their perception of you is different than the professional perception that they might have. Okay, so let's see.
That would have been number 2.
That would have been number
goodness.
2. It's okay.
That would have been number 2.
It's okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, next. But always go for those like family friend ones. Oh yeah, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my brother.
Has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Still go for them. They're still available to you.
Hello.
Hi, it was calling about.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I was calling about you had a home for sale a little bit ago here in American Fork. Do you still have that?
I do.
Okay. And you're selling that for sell by owner, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, my name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had a ton of agents calling you trying to list it, right?
I have. In fact, when I do decide to list it, I've got a friend with Berkshire who I'm going to list it with.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, fortunately, the purpose for my call, I just sold a couple other properties not far from you there. I used to live over on 7th as well. And so I was just calling to get some info about this one. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about it. So how many bedrooms does it have?
It's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
Oh, it does have 3 beds.
It's got a
Okay.
backyard and a side yard. It's got its own driveway. Can park 2 cars out front, which is nice. Comes with all appliances, including washer and dryer.
Oh, nice.
It is on Zillow, listed on Zillow and on KSL. So if you want to see some pictures of it, you can see them there.
Now, what style of property is it? Is it a single family home or is it a duplex or what is it?
No, it's a single family home
It is. Okay. And what's
within an HOA.
Oh, is it really? Okay. Gotcha. That's why I was wondering what you meant by it has its own driveway, that type of thing. So it's in an HOA?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Does it have a garage?
Yeah, it's attached, 2 car.
2 car. Oh, beautiful. Okay. You may have said that. I think it cut out. So 2 car garage. And then is it 100% finished?
Yes.
It is. Beautiful. What's the total square footage?
About 1,500.
15. Okay. Beautiful. It's obviously in a good area. Why are you selling it?
Yeah, it's a rental. We're doing a 1031 on it.
Oh, are you? Good for you. That's great.
Moving up.
Yeah, that's good. How long have you had this one?
Since day one, 2017.
Really? Wonderful. Okay. So it was built in 17. Who was the builder on it?
Oakwood Homes.
Oakwood. Okay, good. They're still around, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're building 6,000 homes out in Saratoga Springs.
Yeah, okay. That's where I recognize them. I'm selling a big old 30-acre parcel out in Saratoga Springs. Big old buildable land. That's why their name's so familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. And is this like a Rambler floor plan or is it a 2-story?
It's 2 stories. I mean, the easiest thing to do is go look at it on Zillow. It'll show you everything.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I don't spend a lot of time on Zillow, but yeah, I usually like.
Well,
to-
even KSL Homes got it on there. It's got all the pictures, what it looks like inside, everything.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. How's the rent on it? What is it renting out for?
It'll rent probably for $1,800 a month.
18. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. And then tell me, as far as the condition, any upgrades or anything since 2017?
No.
Okay. So all original 2017. And then as far as the yard, how's the condition of the yard?
It's great.
Is it? Okay. Is it pretty plain? Is there garden area? Is there?
It's pretty plain.
Is it?
Like I said, you can see all of this on Zillow and see the pictures of it,
Okay.
and that's your own opinion of what my opinion might be different than somebody else's opinion.
Right. I'll pull it up on there as well. Okay. Sounds good. And then what are you currently asking for it?
$525.
$525. Okay, cool. Well, that's a good price. How'd you come up with that
How did
price?
you find out about it? Out of curiosity.
Whenever I sell something in a certain area, I have a lead source that sends me additional homes for sale in that area that are for sale by owner. So they just send it kind of blank information, like an address and a phone number.
Oh, okay.
Is your name Brock?
It is.
Okay, so you're Brock. Okay, cool. My name's Alma, by the way. Okay, cool. Well, that sounds good. So $525. How do you feel like it's priced?
Well, fair.
Fair? Okay. Because I'm looking, I mean, there's just not very many in that area that's kind of for that price range in that year. How did you come up with the price?
I'm asking around. Well, from what other ones have sold in there, there's one listed in there the same size as ours for $547.
Did that one sell?
No.
No? Okay.
And then we do know of one that sold. They were asking $489, and it has. We've been informed that it has sold in the fives.
Has it? Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's the reason I ask. The other properties that we've sold in the area, kind of that similar square footage and age range, yeah, they're well over the mid 5s to upper 5s for that size and age range. So that's why I was asking kind of how you came up with your price on it. I keep seeing a lot of people leaving their price low, and it sells so fast, and they're all excited. But in reality, if they would have waited a sec, we could have gotten more money, type of thing.
Yeah.
How, do you think that one's going to sell? Is it getting a lot of activity? You said it's 545. You said?
Yes, I think it'll definitely sell. I definitely think it'll sell.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, well, let me ask you this. I don't know if this will work for you, and I may not. I know this sounds like this is not your first rodeo. You know how to buy and sell houses. At the same time, if we could figure out a way that by working together, we could get your property sold by listing it and net the amount of cash you need and maybe sell it a little bit higher. I will not list it with you. Period.
Nope, I won't. I won't list it with you. I'm listing it with the person that's listed the last 4 or 5 homes with me, and she sold every single one of them.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I was asking. The house we just sold in Pleasant Grove, they were $250,000 underpriced, and he went with his previous agent, put it on market, literally wasn't getting any hits or offers on it. And so I put it on market. We increased the price by $250,000 and we sold it in a week. It was on the market for a year with his previous agent. Now, I don't doubt that agent could have eventually sold that home. My question is, did they sell it for top market value? And so that's my job. My job is to help people get more money than what their other agent is saying they're going to get them, or more money than what they think the market will get them.
Well, the biggest problem I have with agents and with most agents is all they want is the listing.
Right. Exactly.
If you truly had a buyer, bring me a buyer and I'll pay you a commission.
Right. Exactly. Precisely. But
I don't want to list it. I'll give you a one-party listing.
Right.
And if you truly think that you could get more, then bring me one.
Right.
But to list it with you, you can't do much more than anybody else can do.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think the difference was between me putting it on the market for $250,000 more and selling it in a week versus this other agent having it on the same?
Did you sell it, or did another agent sell it?
No, I did. Yeah, I did. I found the buyer.
So you were both the buyer and the seller.
Right. So because here's what's happening. You probably know this. I mean, it's not rocket science, but you probably know this. That right now in our marketplace, because of technology, if the listing agent markets the home correctly, they will find the buyer before any buyer's agent finds the buyer or finds the home for the buyer.
I'm not sure that's true.
It is. And here's why. Here's the statistics on that. So you have, and you probably know this too. The MLS, and don't get me wrong. The MLS is a good website for some things, but it's a terrible marketing website, and it's a decent data website. And so what we do is we take the property, we put the data on the MLS, and then we take that data and we market it to all of your Zillows and Trulias and Oodles and Yahoo Real Estate and 850 other affiliate websites that we have. And that's actually where the buyers find it. And so what happens is I get calls directly from the buyer saying, yeah, I do have an agent. I am signed with an agent, but I found your listing on this website. And so that's actually how we're finding buyers nowadays. It is the pendulum has completely switched from agents finding homes for buyers to now it's the buyers are finding the homes, then they're calling their agents. And it's kind of annoying to me because then I still have to pay,
I think the writing's on the wall. Honestly, I think the writing's on the wall. I think the writing's on the wall in 10 years. I don't know if there'll be a real estate agent.
Right. Yeah, totally. I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
I don't know if there will be.
Yeah. I don't disagree because the technology, if it's done right, the only benefit that I have to still being in the business is the fact that I list and market homes. I have the inventory. And I market it to the buyers.
How many houses do you have? How many houses do you have on the MLS right now? You yourself?
Personally, 2 of them.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in the last year, how many have you sold?
Almost 100.
You've sold almost 100 homes in the last 12 months?
Correct. The inventory goes so fast. I would be too if I were you. But there is a difference between.
That means you're closing a house every. So you're closing a house every 3 days.
Yeah, and to add insult to injury, my company, we sell 5,300 homes just under
No, I'm
one
not
roof.
talking your company. I'm talking you
No,
personally.
yeah, that's me personally. I
I'm
just
talking
told
you
you.
personally. You're closing a house every 3 days.
Yeah, or 4-ish, yeah.
Well, 4-ish is
Yeah. I mean, not to get too technical, but yeah, our I've been doing this for almost 20 years, and I helped start a company now that we sell one out of every 3
you'd
homes.
have to be the top agent in you'd have to be the top agent in Utah.
There's actually more that there's some that do a lot more than I do. No. Oh no, there's some that sell 13
More
homes
than
a day.
100 homes a year?
Oh yeah, I know guys that sell 370 homes a year. No joke.
Who?
Let's see, Justin
Who is
Udy,
it?
Brian Burnett. There's guys that sell 3-4 times the
Then
amount
shouldn't
that
I be
do.
using them?
Maybe
Then
not.
shouldn't I be using them?
It's arguably over somebody that doesn't sell as much as they do. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go up against them. Yeah, I would. I mean, competing with somebody like that is, for a little guy like me, it would be a difficult sell. So yeah, to your point,
Well,
it makes
I'm
good
not,
sense.
like I said, I'm going down the path. I probably have it sold anyway by owner.
Do you?
So,
well, in best case scenario is you sell it
Yeah.
on your own, right? Nobody really wants to work with an agent if they don't have to.
I did the last one 4 weeks ago
How did that go?
in Saratoga Springs. Sold it by owner.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, most people don't.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason you want to work with an agent is if they can bring you more value. Meaning, if you sold the home for $525, that's cool. But if you could sell the home and have an agent sell for you and net $535, even after commissions, you net another $10,000. Then it would.
it
be
won't.
worth it.
But the problem is the home won't. With your built-in commission, what you're saying is that house is going to have to sell for $595, and it's not going to appraise for $595
Why not?
because it's not worth that.
Yeah, that's what.
You're talking $400 and something a square foot.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I'm not even saying
No,
that
it's
we could.
it's not going to appraise for $595.
Look at what it
It's
appraised
not.
for 3 years ago. Is the market grown drastically? I mean, this house.
I
would
have
been
no
worth-
idea. I wasn't selling it 3 years ago.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do, this house 3 years ago would not have gone anywhere near 500. We would look at it and just laugh if somebody said that. The market is increasing faster than you and I can keep up with, Brock. It's just true.
Yes, but with the way rates are going, with interest rates going, I think home prices are going to either have to
stall.
I think they're going to actually go the other way.
Yeah, I think they'll stall out for
I think they're gonna stall.
probably through this year. I don't think you're going to see a ton of increase in pricing. But I look at it and I go, okay, well, let's say I could bring you another $5,000. Let's say I could bring you another $3,000. Would it be worth it? I don't know. I don't know what.
No,
I don't
it
know.
wouldn't.
I haven't done a comp on your house, and really, I'm just looking at the possibility of us working together. It may not make sense. You would know as well as I would whether or not it would make sense for us to work together. So, but if it would, and you could make more money, then yeah, we would definitely want to do it.
I guess the bottom line is, why do you even have to list the house? Can't you just market it and sell it anyway, and then somebody calls you, and then you can become the buyer agent?
That's how you market it, is through the listing process.
That's what I'm saying. So why don't you just market the house?
Well, that's how
you don't need
market
me to
it.
list it with you.
That's how you market it. You list it. That's what a listing is. A listing is marketing.
No,
No.
What I'm saying is if you're using all these other outlets other than putting it on the MLS,
No, you
can't
don't.
you market it on all
you
of these
can't.
other
As a licensed agent
by yourself and say, hey, I found a house in American Fork that's for sale. Here's what it looks like. Don't tell anybody the address.
Well, let me ask you this: how do I find buyers? If I'm an agent, how do I find and secure buyer leads?
Market them.
No, I know, but how do I get buyers
Buyer agent.
calling
Have
me?
them sign a piece of paper.
Yeah, that's actually what the MLS literally is. The MLS is literally the marketplace.
And as you said, it's
to market
terrible.
homes. It is. That's why you have to take the data from the MLS and then you push it out to all these other websites. So
why do you have to put it on the MLS?
You're actually dead on, because that's what you have to do as a licensed agent. You have to utilize your local MLS as the platform for data. Otherwise, you can get in trouble, because all the data has to be correct. All the data has to be streamlined, and it has to be accurate across the board. If you start, and I can do it a lot quicker using the data from the MLS. I use a technology called IDX, and I can put it in one place on the MLS, and because of the technology, I can push it out to 850 other places instantaneously that I pay for. Those are great questions, by the way. They're phenomenal questions.
Like I said, in the last 2-3 years, I have sold 3 or 4 properties.
Yeah.
And I have never once had an agent buy it from me.
Like
and
bring a buyer?
Because people don't have buyers.
Right. Yeah, buyer. Well,
they don't have buyers.
In the premium market, they do.
I mean, I probably have had 100 phone calls, if not more, from agents that want to list it.
Right.
And I tell them, hey, if you got a buyer, I'll pay you a commission.
Well,
not one of them has taken me up on that offer.
That's how you get buyers.
So what I'm saying is, if you've got a buyer, I did have one girl. I had one girl from another office, and the commission I would offer her, she was not willing to go. She wanted 5% commission if she bought an agent.
Oh, geez.
Somebody, I said, sorry, I'm not doing 5%.
No. What are you offering? By
whatever. 2.
2. Okay. That's fair. That's average. Why wouldn't she take that?
She wouldn't.
Yeah. Huh. Well, her loss, I guess, then, right? Yeah. I mean, that's an average right now. It's about 2%.
But what I'm saying is I'm offering 2%, and I haven't got one agent out there that is willing to take my offer.
Yeah. That's tough. I mean, you get into, is it a secure commission, all this stuff. So, there's agents are afraid of a lot.
Be a contract.
They're afraid of doing anything outside of the bounds of what they're used to,
Why? That to me, I think this girl, I'm not going to tell you her name or anything,
right,
but I would never use her ever again for the simple fact that she is not representing her buyer.
Right. No,
she is not. She's got an offer. She's got a house here. She's got a house here that her buyer would be very interested in from out of state, and she is not willing to do it for 2%.
Wow. You know what, though? That's how.
You know what?
I would.
2% is better than nothing.
I would. If I had a buyer from out of state and you just wanted to be representing yourself and you offered, I would for sure. But my purpose for calling you.
Well, she would have made 10 grand.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. That's a good commission.
And there's a possibility she could lose this buyer.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there's no guarantee that he's going to stay with her forever. If she doesn't find him a house,
right,
she'll look for a new agent.
Yeah. Well, it comes to her experience. I mean, she may be new. She may not understand, hey, I can do an unrepresented seller addendum, those types of things. Yeah. You never know. I don't know. Who knows what's going on inside her head? My question is if we could net you.
Hey, I got to go. I got to get going. So.
Well, let me ask you this real quick. If we could net you the cash you need, if we could net you that 525, and like I said, I haven't done the numbers, so I don't know if it would work or not. But if we could net you 525 by selling it, listing it correctly, putting it on the open market so everybody's buyer and everybody can see it.
Like I said, I'm not going to list it. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to. I'm going to list it. If this does not sell by about the 14th, I'm going to list it with my friend.
And I'm not even saying that we
I've
do
already
list
promised her that.
I'm just saying that you look at the possibility of what I could share with you, and if it made sense, then just look at the possibility. Are you open to at least looking at it?
Right now it doesn't, because I don't want you to waste your time because I'm not going to go that route. So
that's fair. Let me ask you this: how did you choose the other agent?
She's my friend.
Okay, so you chose her based on friendship.
Known her for years.
Okay.
And she sold other properties and found other properties for me. Every time we've listed with her, she sold a house, and every time I've looked for properties, she's found me one.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think that's good. I appreciate the loyalty. I do. I appreciate it from my clients. And I appreciate your loyalty to her. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just asking because sometimes
I got to get going.
Yeah, no problem. I was just going to say this last thing before I go. I just said that to you because sometimes, just because people know an agent doesn't always mean they're the best suited for the job of getting them the most amount of money out of a market.
Right.
So that's why
we know what we want out of it, and as long as that's achievable, that's all we care about.
Totally. Yeah, my pleasure. Hey, thanks, Brock. It was really nice
Hey.
talking to you. It really was. You're a hard-headed guy, and it was fun because I'm hard-headed too, and it was a good conversation. And I hope you sell the house and make a ton of money off of it.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Yo. Dude, you always surprise me at how cool, calm, and collective you are. I mean, even in a situation like that where, I mean, obviously, the guy, he did seem extremely hard-headed, but it doesn't seem to faze you one bit. I mean, where do you feel like you get that type of, is it just years and years of calling and dealing with these situations?
It's under, because here's the thing. I've had people just like that have said, okay, fine, come on over. And then we sign them, and then you understand from their side why they're so hard-headed.
Yeah.
You understand it from his, Brock, he's a good guy, I can tell, right? He wasn't cussing on the phone. He wasn't being an a-hole. He was just being tough, and he was just protecting his position. That's totally fine. He has a perspective and a position that he's entitled to. This is his house. It's not mine.
Yeah.
Who am I to say that he should do something that he doesn't want to do? But what I can do is present a possibility or a concept that if we could net you more money, are you open to exploring that? And if it's no, it's okay. He doesn't have to make more money on the home if he doesn't want to. But I'm going to go as far as I can to bring as many points into play that makes sense for him to say, yeah, maybe I would do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I exhausted that. I think his loyalty, and that's the thing, I do appreciate loyalty, because here's the thing, whether we're new or we're old or whatever in the industry, whether we have almost 20 years of experience or we barely have 20 months of experience, loyalty is something that you hope that you can keep so strong that your clients never let go of you. And I hope that loyalty is strong enough that when an agent like me calls them, that they don't leave you and go to me. Because what are we doing this for if we can't create loyalty with our clients?
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's beautiful.
SOI.
But to answer the question of why, I mean, so then I look at it from his perspective. He's done 4 transactions with his gal. You know, he's made a decision. He's made up his mind that he's not going to do this. That's okay. But I'm just going to put a few things in his head that maybe we could, if we could.
Yeah.
If we could figure out a way to net you more money, if we could make sure that you put in your pocket more money than what you were ever anticipating selling it for. You know, I haven't seen that. I haven't walked through the house. I mean, he's probably right. It's not going to sell anywhere near $6 or $595 or whatever. It's probably not, but who knows? In a year it will, you know.
Yeah.
6 months it might, you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I brought that up too. Like, you would have never thought that 2 years ago or 3 years ago this house would ever come anywhere near 500. Like these houses were just selling over 200 for something like this, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a crazy market.
You know what's crazy is just how, again, I'm gonna go back to this because a lot of agents, you know, including myself and others on the team, you know, when we get those so many walls, one after another, you almost run out of, you know, objection handling responses in order to, you know, get the conversation move forward. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you get frustrated and you want to hang up or you want them to hang up, you know, because it's not going anywhere. And
you know what?
There was so many places here where that could have happened. And I got to go back to it because it was so impressive. I mean, I'm sitting on the sideline and I'm sure the ones who are watching and who will see this are going to feel the same way, but just sitting on the sideline and watching, thinking there's no way the guy's going to stay on the phone or it's going to keep going. And you kept
and let me
going.
ask you this. If I saw this guy tomorrow and we were face to face, you think he'd like me or not like me?
Yeah, I don't think there'd be no issue at all.
No issue at all. That's the key is that I have a heart of service. My heart is in it to serve him. Yeah. I believe, I don't know who she is, but I'm probably better. Yeah. So my job is to make sure he gets the best option possible. And you guys should feel the same way. You should always feel like I am the best agent for the job no matter what. You should always have that in your heart. Even though, like he brought up, well, aren't there other agents that have sold more properties? Yeah, there's some that have sold like 3-4 times what I have.
Yeah.
Easily. There's another agent. I was trying to remember this other agent's in our company, and they sold like 370 homes this year.
Wow.
Of course, they have a team, right?
Yeah.
It's just me and my wife. We just run our own team together. But when you have a team, dude, there's agents that are selling 3, 4, 5. I mean, I know agents out east and in Texas that sell 800 to 1,000 homes a year. They're selling home after home after home after home constantly, like 15 homes a day or something crazy, like unreal.
Yeah.
I don't know what the math is on that, but it's staggering.
Yep.
You know, and you look at our office, when you have a good, strong office, use that to your power too. I mean, our office sells 5,300 homes a year. A lot of that is because we have, 600 agents or whatever it is locally. But in reality, that number is still the highest in the state of Utah.
Yep.
And the highest in the entire Century 21 system is who we're brokered with. And we just do it. We live off of the principle of having a servant's heart. We want to be able to serve these people. He knew I was trying to serve him. He knew I wasn't trying to mess with him or throw him off or try to trick him. No, we were just talking logic.
And that was all facts. And you weren't giving him any sleazy salesman pitch. You know what I mean? Everything was so natural and genuine. I mean, that was an extremely valuable call. So the ones who are on, who have heard it, or in the future, Daniel will go ahead and rip that for sure. That's so valuable, just because the listing is, he's given it to his friend. He's extremely loyal, but just to see how you handled that at such a professional and such a high level of again, service, on the phone, dude, that was seriously, that was a great
I see
call.
it. Thank you.
Great call.
I see it. I see it so much, and I know you do. I know your team sees it too. Is all the time you'll see people that sell their homes underpriced, with an agent or not. And you guys that are underselling houses, man, and I know you don't do it on purpose, but consider the idea that maybe bump it up just a little bit to see what the market does. Because here's the thing. We're always pricing home. Look, this is how we price homes in real estate. We price it based on the past, right?
Yeah.
We price it based on the past. Well, look at your market and see what the future's giving us. If you're having a 23% growth year over year in your marketplace, then, and that means like what, 2% a month or whatever change, then price the home 2% higher or 3 or 4% higher and let it sit on the market for 2 months. It's okay. Just if they want it on the market, if they have time, like I'm not in a hurry, you get the people like, I'm not in a hurry. Good. Let's put it on the market high and then incrementally adjust it down. Then you'll meet the market wherever it's at. Because you're in a market that's growing. There's no shame in a house being on the market for 30 days or more. No shame. Like, I know you want to get paid, but if it means making them 20, 30, 40,000 bucks in 2 months, holy crap, guys, serve them and help them do that. Price their home a little bit higher. And I always tell people this, and this is something I do to price homes. It's a little off the callings, but this is how I price homes. I will always adjust them 2 to 3% higher than what the previous home sold for in their neighborhood, in that category, right? I'll always price them a little bit higher. And then I always talk to the clients, are you in a rush or do you have time? If we have time, then we're going to do that. And then we will, after 2 to 3 weeks, okay, here it is, guys, write this down. If within 2 to 3 weeks, you're getting 2 to 3 showings a day and no offers, then you're about 3 to 5% overpriced. Because statistically, if a home's within 3 to 5% of what a buyer is willing to pay, you'll get offers on it. So if people are looking at it, they're not offering on it, you're 3 to 5% overpriced. On that same token, if you're getting no showings and no offers, you are 5 to 7% overpriced. And you need to do that adjustment, bring it down to meet the market. So that's the key, guys. And make sure when you list a property that when you're talking to your clients on this, that you list it with the understanding with that if within 2 to 3 showings, we're getting 2 to 3 showings a week and no offers, we're 3 to 5% overpriced. If we're getting no showings and no offers, then we're 5 to 7% overpriced, and we need to bring it down 5 to 7%. And as long as you give them that preface, or you what do you call it? Pre-advise them. I don't know. Just make them. I can't remember, think of the word right now. You know what I mean? You just tell them beforehand what's going to happen in the marketplace. they'll be ready for it. And then you'll go to them and say, hey, look, like we talked about, let's do this adjustment. I just did that on a house up in Bountiful, Utah. Happened. It was beautiful. It took us, we're at 45 days, and now we got 3 offers. But we didn't get any offers before 45 days because we had to do a couple adjustments down. And I just told them beforehand, it was an estate sale. I said, look, Bountiful's an interesting market. The whole Utah market's interesting. Let's try it high. If it sells at 900, cool. We scored. We got an out-of-state buyer or cash buyer or whatever. Then we'll reduce it down if it doesn't sell till it meets the top of the market. And then at least we know we got full market value out of the home. We don't ever think that, if I would have priced it at 700 and it sold at 700, well, then I would have been missing out on $80,000 because that's where we ended up selling at. So we had to reduce it down from 900 down to 985. So they're 780. I can't remember what the highest price is on it or the highest offer is, but we got multiple offers. So little different way of doing it. You can either price it low, get a multiple offers to push it up, or you can price it high and reduce it. I tend to like to price them higher and reduce them because then I'm positive I got full market value.
Really, really, really wise. Great advice too, by the way. Hopefully people who are watching are writing it down. But I wanna get those other papers filled up. What do we got? We got one appointment on?
Yeah, one on.
All right.
One really good call. I think that was a great call.
That was
for
an amazing call.
Educational purposes.
Oh, that was an amazing call.
So I'm actually gonna save that call. I can save it in my system real quick.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but I like it's new.
Yo, is Alma on fire today or what? He is, huh? bro, you're on fire today. Thanks, I'm telling you, man. Like, just the value you're bringing is just, it's spot on. It's so spot on, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really awesome to be here in the studio with you.
All right, friend, no appointment. I'm just writing a note on this call because also on this system, if you use the Vortex system by the Red X, it enables you to record those calls too. So I can record the call. It'll keep his name, his address. You can put notes in it, what it was about. So I put Brock, listing with friend, no appointment. Great call. Call for training. Because that's the call, right? That everybody fears.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that the call that everybody's like, that's why I don't call FSBOs because of that call right there.
The anxiety right there goes up.
Yep. Okay. Saved. Okay. On to the next here. Resume.
I need to know
everything.
Who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but I like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war.
Has been forwarded to an automatic voice message
my right
system.
ear went out.
Mine did too. Just for that 1 second. Yeah.
Mine's still out.
508
No.
is not available.
Like on the
At the
phone,
tone,
it's out.
please record your message.
They're like a channel
When you have
off
finished
on that.
recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
You know what? We might have to
We did not get your message either because you were not speaking or because of a bad connection. To
Go ahead and
disconnect.
reset the Bluetooth.
Like I can hear it on you, but I can't when the phone answers. I can't hear it on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna disconnect it, okay? Because it's still there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's still there, so it's gonna sound really weird. Let's disconnect it for a second.
Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but I like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war.
Let's go again.
Turn to a ghost. I need to know everything.
You're gonna have to hook it up in your phone. Just the Bluetooth.
Stay on the go. I can play with the pros and act like a rookie, so they overlook me. They're not the below.
Okay, I paused it.
None of them cold. They just got lucky, but never adapted. So I'm to the one if it's coming to blows. My enemies cutting it close. I let them think that they got me, but what do you know? I had them beat before we ever spoke. I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything. Who in the
Making me forget the device and then start over real quick.
Okay.
There it is. Yeah, on that call, I just lost him in my right ear.
Second. Yeah, me too. I was like, I saw it too. It dropped.
Re-record. Press 3
It's
to
the same
continue
thing. It's doing the
recording
same
where you
thing.
left off. press 4.
I mean, it's okay. I can just do a right-eared call. It's okay. As long as he can hear.
Yeah.
Are you still there? If you are satisfied with your message, press 1. To listen to your message, press 2. To erase and re-record, press 3. To continue recording where you left off, press 4. Message erased.
Here, I'm going to hang up totally and try it and maybe that's it. Maybe I need to hang up completely and then restart. At some point, we'll have this like hardwired in here with a computer or something, probably.
Oh, yeah.
The wireless, I think sometimes you'll have little, like on my computer, I just have it hardwired in.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, hey, on the road, here we go, yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand.
All right, it's calling me.
Are we on?
It's calling me right now. There we go.
Unknown call.
All right, now we're dialing, baby. We're dialing.
All right, we're back.
Hello, this is Rhonda Collister. I'm sorry I missed your call.
We're good now.
We're good. Yeah, that sounds better.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 8013606.
If you get the Beans and Brews breakfast sandwich, have them heat it for another like 7 seconds because it's always cold in the middle.
Hi, you've reached Catherine. Leave a message. Thanks.
Every time I see you, you're always eating something.
It's because we come in at lunchtime.
Call has been
you're right.
forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 801.
Well,
Hi. Hey, I was calling about you had a.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
yep.
Oh, okay. Hey, I was calling about you had a home.
Huh?
You had
Yep.
a home for sale here in Spanish Fork.
Yeah, it's we're entertaining an offer right now. But anyway,
Okay.
that's where we are.
I was just calling. My name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had a ton of agents calling you trying to list it, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Well,
sure.
fortunately, the purpose for my call, I just sold
Yeah,
a couple other properties not far
you know
from
what?
you. So I was just calling you some info.
Absolutely. No, I get it. That's fine. How about you do this? Feel free to give me a call back in about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Sound good?
Now the offer you have on it. Sorry, there's a
If
little.
it's still on. If you want, I mean,
Yeah. Sorry, there's a little delay. It's like a 4-second delay.
go ahead.
But yeah. Okay. So you do have an offer on it then right now?
Yeah, we're entertaining. Yeah, we're considering it right now.
Okay. Now your price is $989. Is that right?
No, we raised it to just over $1 million.
Oh, good. Okay. I was going to say in that area for that, that many beds and baths and that square footage, it's probably worth pretty, substantially more. How did you come up with your pricing?
Oh, I've just done some little bit of analysis here and there. I'm actually in real estate myself, but anyway.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, cool.
Yeah, feel free. If it's still on there, if you want, you can check back with me in 3 weeks.
Okay, cool. Can I ask you a few questions about
Okay.
it as far as the features and benefits of the home?
It's got 7 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. Half of the basement's finished.
Okay. Are there any bedrooms in the basement?
I'm the original owner on it. Yeah, there's 3.
3. Okay. And you're obviously in a good area. Why are you selling?
And then half of the basement's not finished. Oh, just I got other things going on.
Yeah, okay. Well, let me ask you this. I don't know if you're open to looking or exploring, if you've talked to an agent at all. I've sold a bunch of houses in that area. And
Yeah,
as far as your price
I've got
point.
several agents that I've talked to as well.
Okay, yeah. So this last one I just sold, they were asking $1 million. we were able to sell it for 1.25 within about a week. I don't know if it may not work for you the same way, but if we could figure out a way to do that for you,
How many square footage? How many square footage was it?
That one was just over 6,000 square feet.
Okay. Yeah, this is right at 5.
How big's your yard?
0.38.
38. Okay, so it's good sized. Okay. Do you know the Fishbacks over there? Jeremy Fishback?
Doesn't ring a bell, no.
Okay, he was right over by you. I helped him buy and sell over there too. But how long have you been there?
Yeah, that's cool. Since 2011.
Okay, yeah, he was there during that time. Okay. Either way, yeah. I mean, if you're open to it, if you're open to even just exploring the possibility of being able to price a little bit higher and net you a little bit more, I'll be over by you tomorrow evening if you're open to it.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Are you open to that?
Well, I mean, you know what? Like I said, check back with me in about 3 weeks.
Okay, sounds good. Good chatting with you, Scott. I'll be in touch. My name's Alma.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, Alma.
Real quick before I go,
Thanks.
what? Oh yeah, you already hung up. Man, there's that 4-second delay on everything.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's because we're running it through Bluetooth. We should figure out a way to hardwire.
Well, sometimes it doesn't delay at all. Like some calls are like dead on.
Yeah. I think that we should figure out how to call from your. Can we do that? We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it after. But I think that's a good way for us to either hook it up right into the wall. We can call from the wall. But we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Because that is annoying. I'm sitting here listening and I'm like, is he going to respond or do you hang up? Like, what's going on?
It's legit.
Here?
And then one of my tactics I use sometimes is I'll be like, okay, sounds good. I'll call you in a week. And then I'll say, hey, real quick.
And then they're already off the phone.
And then he's already off because he thinks I just hung up.
Yeah.
But with that delay. But yeah, what I was going to say was, you know what? I'll be right over by you, tomorrow at such and such a time. Do you care if I pop in? Or I'll be right over by you, this evening. Because actually, let's see, I'll be in Woodland Hills. I could go down to Woodland Hills or I can do that satellite. But that's right by him. I mean, I go right past his house to get there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to call him back and today. And I'm just, when I don't have a delay in the phone, and I'm going to say, hey, I'll be over by you this evening. Do you mind if I pop in and take a look at it? Because then I can just kill 2 birds with 1 stone while I'm down there. Because I think he would do that.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a really good call.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. That delay was kind of a pain in the butt over there. Hey, you know what? I think we should try to get the wheel spun one more time. Because I know that Glenna, we talked about it yesterday, and we started a little late today. But let's go ahead and give her a call. Can you call her in with your phone?
Yeah.
And then we can try to get on the line. So you know Glenna?
I know. I haven't met her personally, I don't think.
Okay. Let's give her a call from the show. Her number, let me know when you're ready.
Okay. All right, what's her number?
Okay, so it's
just show it to you.
Okay.
That way you don't give it.
Oh, you're right. Good call. Should maybe give her a call and see if she
All right, she's all yours. Let me do some notes here real quick.
Probably thinks it's a telemarketer. Let's try to give her a call one more time.
Please leave your message.
Or maybe shoot her a text. Say, hey, this is Alma and Fernando.
Yeah, let's try her one more time.
Yeah, let's see if we can get her.
She's down southern Utah, right?
I think so.
Here we go. At the top of the class on a roll. And
Hey, Glenna.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing? It's Fernando with Everest Coaching. I'm here with
Hey, how are you?
We're doing so good. We wanted to reach out because I remember we
Hey, you're on
spoke a
live,
little.
by the way.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, I was on like 15 minutes after and thought it wasn't happening.
Oh yeah, we had a little delay here. Alma was getting his beans and brews.
Wait, Daniel, who was here first, me or Fernando? Let's just be clear.
You guys are funny.
Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, we I want to give you an opportunity to spin the wheel because I know we talked about you getting the lunch with George. So
Yes, I want a lunch with George.
yeah.
That would be so awesome to be with his brain and just sit with him. And, you know, he's got a lot of knowledge.
oh, he definitely does. And then where are you located? Are you here in?
I'm in Enoch.
Enoch. Okay, where is that?
Yes, by Cedar.
Okay,
Sweet. So
Yeah.
what areas do you usually do you work into St. George, or do you work just basically Cedar and kind of up north in that area?
I'm with the St. George office, but I like to work Cedar and Enoch area.
Yeah, cool. There's a lot of growth that's happening there, huh?
Oh, definitely. It's grown a lot, especially during 2020.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get this music going. Daniel, you want to get up here? Want to spin the wheel for Glenna?
Yay!
She's not even on live and she's getting special privileges. What is going on
yeah.
here?
That's awesome.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this over here. Daniel,
She's our.
give us one
I
second.
think you're like kind of like our first raving fan. So
Oh, she's on every
Yes,
week, and we
because
really
I'm-
appreciate the support. Really.
yeah.
I always like to make sure I get to watch. And if I don't get to watch live, I always make sure I watch after because it's so very helpful to watch Alma talk to someone live. And so when I prospect, I know it helps me with rebuttals and helps me feel a little more confident.
Yeah. If you want some good rebuttals, wait for that next that second call today.
Oh,
It
great.
was
Okay.
intense.
It was
Yeah.
great. All right, I'm gonna get the music going, and
All right.
let's go ahead and spin the wheel, Daniel. We got an Elevate ticket. There, you were one away from the lunch with George. But you know what? Let's give it another chance. Spin again. Let's see if we can get it
Okay.
there.
Wait, do you have an Elevate ticket already?
I have an Elevate ticket.
Okay,
Can
so
I
we have to
trade
get
them
another
both
one.
in for the lunch
Hold on,
with
Daniel.
George?
Hold on.
Maybe.
Hold on. What is that? Is it on? Okay, there's that delay. Okay, let's give it another spin. Come on, Daniel. Let's get our lunch with George.
Stop it on lunch with George. Going. Oh, two more.
Oh, that was a little premature. Oh, it actually landed. Look at that.
Yes.
You got the lunch with George. It actually landed on
did.
that.
No, it
That
didn't.
is
Did it really?
so
Yeah, it really did.
awesome and exciting.
Oh,
Yay!
it really landed there. That's a really good one. Oh, man. Well,
awesome.
congratulations, Glenna. Thank you so much for
That is
watching
so
and engaging.
awesome. Well, you know what? I'm just so grateful that you guys are doing this and that I'm able to participate. So thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, we hope it helps out. You know, we're here for you.
It definitely does. Oh, this is so awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you guys.
Okay, we'll
so will
see
George
you.
be calling me?
You know what? I'm sure that
Probably
Judy's.
his
Yeah.
assistant Steph will probably hit you up and schedule you and
Yep.
go from there.
Awesome.
Perfect.
I can't wait. Thank you
Okay,
guys so
we'll
much.
See ya.
You got it. Talk to you
Okay,
later.
bye-bye.
Have a great one. Bye.
All right, that was good.
She's fun, man.
Yeah, that was really cool. Hey, she's got a ticket to the show, so she can definitely go to lunch with George. It's a good one. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, if you guys don't know who George is an amazing mentor, coach, founder here at Everest Coaching. And he has an amazing story to tell. And he's actually an amazing businessman and real estate entrepreneur. So
Yep.
shout out to George. But let's go ahead and get the...
I started with him
Going.
about beginning my career. Actually, I started with him. He's been my broker my entire career.
Wow.
So through 3 different companies. So we were when I first joined we were brokered with Realty Executives. George was the principal broker there, and then we sold out when the market crashed. He sold out to a partner, and then I followed him over to Everest Realty Group, and then from Everest we went to Century 21. We franchised with Century 21, and now we're Century 21 Everest. And then from that, we spurred off Everest Coaching. So That's all I've known
You've been there
George
the whole time.
The whole time, yeah. And,
oh my goodness.
And doing the coaching thing was like a passion of mine. It was something I'm like, man, the market needs our methods. Like the market needs what we're doing to help people. Because I just felt like there were so many other methods and processes and all this stuff, and none of them worked very well for me. So why would they work really well for anyone else?
Yeah.
There's got to be another way to give this information to people to where they can receive it and then translate that into listings, rather than a bunch of stuff that you still get the same results. You're doing it over and over and over again, expecting the same results. It was just madness.
Yeah.
And so,
yep. Well, I'm happy that we're doing this, and I really love that call with Glenna. That was really cool, because we know that she's consuming the content, and it's happy to hear that it's helping her.
Good, I'm glad. Yeah, that's right. And here's the thing: like when you learn how to do for sell by owner calls really well, the unique thing about it is you'll also learn how to do a lot of other things really well. It'll help with your relationships. It'll help with your other business conversations. Like it's not just for sell by owners.
Yeah.
Like I use the same stuff when I'm talking to my kids and when I'm talking to my spouse, and like all these same techniques,
You know what the closer is for me?
What?
With the spouse? Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this.
That sounds yeah, right.
That's a good one. All right, let's go. Let's get another one on.
She's like, no, I have a headache.
Let's go ahead and do this.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything.
We're dialing in. It's dialing in.
I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, 500 horse. I'm ready for war.
Hop in the Porsche, it's 500 horse. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we're dialed. We're in and we're dialing.
I got some secrets. I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the pros and act like a rookie, so they overlook me.
Hello.
Hey, I was calling about. You had a home for sale a little bit ago here on Nickel. Did you ever sell that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, I have it for sale still.
Oh, it is for sale. Okay. And you're selling that for sell by owner, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, at the moment.
Okay. My name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had a ton of agents calling you trying to list it, right?
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, the purpose for my call is we just sold a couple other properties not far from you there. So I was just calling to get some info on this one. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about it. Is it 4 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms?
It's 4 bedrooms, 2 upstairs and 2 downstairs.
It is 4. Okay. So 2 up, 2 down. And then how many square feet is it?
It's about 1,800.
Is it? Okay.
Like 18 something, yeah.
Okay. So 4 bedrooms, 1,800. How many bathrooms?
2.
2. Okay.
One's full and then one has just a shower.
Okay. So like one's full, one's 3/4 basically?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. And then, so 100% finished. What year is the house?
1979 is when it was built.
Oh, nice. The year of my birth.
Nice. I'm from 80.
Oh, yeah, nice.
We're close.
Yeah. Cool. So 1979. And then, so 4 bedroom, 1 1/4 bath. And then how big's the lot?
The lot, I want to say, I think it was 0.27. Somewhere it might be either 2.7 or 3.1.
Okay.
I think it's a rental house. I have it rented. It's been kind of.
It's got a what? Say that one more time.
100 on that, but I said it's a rental house. If I'm not positive on the yard size.
Okay.
I think it was either that. It was somewhere close to.
So you don't. So you don't live there then? Okay. Is it being rented out right now?
Yeah, I have renters in there.
Do you? Okay. How long
They're
is
just
there?
month to month. So.
Oh, they are. Okay. Cool. How's it been renting? What's your rental amount on it right now?
Well, it's pretty low.
Is it?
I've had the same renters in there for a long time, so yeah.
Gotcha.
I just had it the same renter, so I've kind of just, I don't know.
What do you think the rental? What do you think the rent could be on it right now?
The rent, probably like, I would say like 18 or 17.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. You might be able to kick over 2,000 on it in that area. It's amazing how fast rents have jumped up with home values. And has it been a good rental for you?
Yeah,
then?
I know some people that rent. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Just because I've had the same tenants in there, I guess I could have like tried to rent it for higher or find other renters, but I've kind of just started out with them, and then they've been consistent, so I haven't really raised the rent a lot on them.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I mean, if it's a comfortable situation and you have good renters, how is the condition of the home, by the way?
It's okay. I've kind of just been telling people it's probably like a 6 or a 7 on a 1 to 10 scale.
Are you doing anything to it before you sell it as far as fixing it up or anything like that, or are you just going to sell it as is?
Yeah, just as is.
Okay, that's probably smart. It's amazing how many people they want to fix it up so they can get the most amount of money, but in reality, a lot of times, you can put, for every $5,000 you put into it, you'll get 1,000 back or less, so just because the market is increasing so much.
Yeah, I figured I didn't want to deal with that, and then I guess with having renters and stuff in there, it might have been a little bit tougher if I had to move out early or something, then I could have tried to remodel some stuff, but
right. Okay.
Like I'll just save the headache of doing that.
Right. Okay. What are you asking for it?
I have it listed at $450.
$450. Okay. Where do you have it listed at? As far as you just in like on KSL or Zillow or something?
I haven't even done that. I just put it on Zillow. I don't know. I kind of just put it up quick because I've been thinking about selling it, and then I've kind of just it took me a while to finally decide, and I let the renters know since last year that there was a chance I was going to rent it.
Uh-huh.
That I was going to sell it.
Right.
And then, so I kind of feel like I listed it a little bit earlier than I was ready to, just because I just kind of had a lot of other things going on, but I just did it on Zillow just because I was on there, and I just get like the updates, like the rough estimates or whatever.
Right.
And then I was just going through that, and then I had a place to list it, and then I was like, I'll just list it to kind of just get the ball rolling.
Okay.
But
I'm looking at the price. I still need to like
put it on KSL and get pictures and all that.
I'm looking at the price, and it's interesting. There's not very many homes over there kind of in this size range that are under 500. Did you kind of just came up with the price based on a Zillow type of estimate type of thing?
Yeah, and so you know what the weird thing about that was is I would get some that were like they were kind of in that range that I listed at it, but then I did like kind of put it into other ones and kind of searched it more.
Uh-huh.
And I was getting like ones that were way higher, and I was kind of like, I wonder if those are wrong or that, because when I did do it that time, then I think I did get something like, I don't remember if it was like 519 or 527 or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird. I was like, I wonder.
Yeah,
maybe I did.
It would suck if you undersold it. I see a lot of clients when I work with people that I meet. Like I met this lady the other day, and she was asking $745 for her house, and I put it on the market at $900 and sold it in a week. So I look at yours, and I'm like, it feels underpriced to me. I could be wrong just based on some, the condition and stuff like that, but based on my experience of this area and kind of the houses that have sold, there's almost nothing I see under 500, and most of it's like 550 and above. So, let me ask you this. I don't know if this would work for you or not. It may not, but obviously if we could figure out a way that by working together on it, we could net you more money, after commissions and everything, and put in your pocket, I mean, at this point, it looks pretty significantly higher. If we could net a significant amount more for you, I mean, you'd be open to at least exploring that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, I couldn't hear you.
Well, sorry, I was listening to you, but I have another incoming call, so it's kind of like beeping in my ear.
Yeah, no worries. So my
like
question,
3 seconds, so
my question was, I don't have any high pressure sales pitch or any of that junk, but if we could figure out a way to net you more money by us working together on it and listing it and, putting it on the open market and selling it for a higher price, in this case, just eyeballing it, probably another $100,000 more. And it may not go that high, but just based on the numbers, if we could net you a lot more money, you'd be open to at least exploring that, right?
possibly.
Okay. Yeah. And really all I'm looking at is just the possibility, because what I'll do, if you're open to it, do you live here local?
Yeah, I'm in Taylorsville.
All right. Okay. Yeah. If you're open to it, what I can do, I'll do a little bit of research on it, do a market analysis on it. And then using my experience of the marketplace, I've been doing this almost 20 years right here. And if we can net you more money, put it in your pocket, obviously that's my job. My job is to make you more money and net, put in your pocket more cash. So if you're open to exploring that, I'll look at the numbers and maybe we can link up and I'll share with you what I found and see if it makes sense.
Yeah. Who did you say your list? Century?
Yeah.
21 or no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Century 21.
Okay.
I'll bet like 50% of your calls come from
Talked
Century
to
21.
a couple. Yeah, I've had a couple.
I mean,
they've actually stood out to me too for whatever reason, but I've had just a couple of Century 21 realtors, and they both, I think two others or something that I remember that they both stood out to me.
Oh, good.
They're, I don't know, I could just say just a little bit different than a lot of the other ones.
Good. I'm glad.
That's the other,
we tend to try to have
the other hard part of it is just,
we tend to have kind of a servant's, perspective. We want to have like a servant's heart and a mindset to where, we'll serve people, and that's our goal, is to make sure that we're doing for them what they want done for them, that we're helping them accomplish their goals and helping people. I mean, another example of that is I had this lady I just sold, and it was interesting because she was ready to sell her house at 745, and had we not met, she wouldn't have gotten 900 out of it. And even though, I made a big commission on it, she still made $200,000 more than what she was thinking, and so it was a huge benefit for her.
Crazy.
So, well, cool.
Almost a whole nother house. But.
Yeah. Well, what's your address? I'll pop into your, let me see. Are you available this evening?
No, I'm not actually. I'm be working late, and then I had a couple things after work. But
okay. What is your tomorrow afternoon?
As far as just meeting her to the house.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just put together some numbers, do some research online, make sure that, and pull it up, and just surf the MLS for the right numbers, and then I'll do a drive-by on the nickel house, and then come up with a good price point that I think the home would sell for, and then I can just share that with you. So either like tonight or tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, evening, even would be fine.
Yeah, maybe possibly tomorrow to see.
Okay.
I think there's going to be a couple of people that we're going to stop by and look at the house today too. So I know the attendants are okay with. I mean, if you were to stop by there, then you could pop inside if you wanted to. But
good. Okay. Are they expecting them at any specific time?
Just after 2:30. The lady gets off work at 2, and so she just said it almost any time after that, like 2:30ish.
Okay, so I'll go stop by
whenever she said it'd be available. But
okay, so I'll go stop by
but
at about 3, and then if you're available tomorrow, then what's better for you, like morning, afternoon, or evening tomorrow?
It would be evening. Yeah, I usually don't get off work till like 5:30.
So what I'll do, if you're open to it, I'll put you down for like 6, and then I'll call you tomorrow. Just tell you what I found, and I'll share with you what I think it'll go for. And if we can, cool. I mean, you'll know as well as I will whether or not it would make sense for us to work together, and if not, no big deal. Is that fair?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, sounds good. And what's your first name?
Alex.
Alex. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, Alex. And
What was yours again?
My name's Alma.
Alma.
Yeah. So I'll just
if you just want to shoot me a text, just so I have your name and stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I'll shoot you a text if you want to just kick me back your Taylorsville address too, and then I can put that in when I'm on my way over tomorrow at 6.
All right.
Okay, and like I said, I don't have any high pressure sales pitch or any of that junk. I'll just pull up the numbers, make sure it makes sense. If it does, and it does look like we can net you more money, then yeah, we'll definitely want to work together. If not, no big deal. I'll just give you some good information.
Cool. All right. Really appreciate it.
Okay, Alex, appreciate you. I'll be in touch with you. I'll go check that one out at 3 today, and then I'll go. I'll plan on seeing you tomorrow at 6.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. Okay, bye.
Good. Thank you. Bye.
Done.
Is it 2? It's 2.
It's 2.
It's 2. We got last one in right there at 2. That was a good one. Hold on. Let me just. I'm sitting next to you, and I was almost going to fall asleep on that one
because it was too easy.
But no, I mean, look at the mirror and match. I mean, that guy was so relaxed and calm, and just to see you shift and go right into that and just mirror match the guy. Yeah. I'm like, this is getting so. I kept turning the volume up because both you guys got lower and lower and lower. Yeah,
but I was following his comfort level.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of times people will say, "Oh, you need to stand up. You need to have energy. You need to have enthusiasm." Well, let me just be clear. Energy and enthusiasm are not the same thing. They're not the same thing. Energy means I'm not falling asleep on the phone.
Yeah.
Energy means that I'm staying where I need to be and I'm being assertive. Energy means that I'm bringing him good information. That's energy. I can still be slow and calm and collective and be for him what he needs me to be. You've heard of the golden rule, right? We've talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
Golden rule is do unto others as you would have done unto you. There is a higher law than that. It's called the platinum rule. And the platinum rule says, do unto others as you would have them, as they would have you do unto them. Do unto others as they would have you do unto them. That's the platinum rule. That's the next level. And that's exactly what mirroring and matching and tones, you're adjusting your tones, your rates of speech, you're relaxing. He needed me to do that for him to feel comfortable. Every time that guy's in my presence, I want him to be comfortable. After he's my client and I list him tomorrow at 6, I want him to be comfortable working with me. And then it's like this other guy named Alan, which is ironic, very similar to this guy.
Yeah.
I'm on my 3rd transaction with Alan, and he's the same way. Different Alan, not your Alan, not our Alan, client Alan. He's the same way as this guy. This guy sounded a lot like him, very timid, very soft, very chill, very relaxed, however you want to say it. That's how he is, just chill, you know? And if every time I talked to Alan, I didn't come down and be on his level with him, he would feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do for him what he needs me to do. I'm going to live the platinum rule for him, and I'm going to be for him who he needs me to be so that he's comfortable. If you guys can manipulate this in your life, not manipulate, maybe that's a bad word, but in reality, you're manipulating yourself to do for others. It's your intention is what's so important. The difference between manipulation and persuasion is your intention. So really, it's just persuasive. Your intention is good when you're trying to persuade people into doing what's right, helping them out, giving them the best opportunity, using your professionalism to give them the best outcome is so critical. And that's why I do that. That's why I go so low, and that's why we calm down.
Oh, no, it's good.
You
know, you kept him there, and again, we'll give you an applause for that because
thank you.
I mean, you are just, bro, you're on fire. You're on fire today, man. I gotta say, just so much value being added, you know. And again, we're doing this every single week for about 2 hours. You know, the goal is to start at 12. Sometimes we start at 12:05, 12:10, somewhere around there. But you'll get notified if you guys follow us, if you guys like our page and share the posts and the value that we're adding to real estate agents. And I mean, anybody can use these skills for any type of negotiating or communication. I mean, this is just effective communication. You know what I mean?
That's all it is.
Yeah, super effective.
We're just using it today. We're using it in real estate. You can use it in selling insurance. You can use it in, selling widgets online, or, I used to sell shredding services. Did you know that?
Shredding?
Yeah.
Oh, paper?
For
shredding?
about a year.
Oh, okay.
You know how the guys come in and they bring in the bin in your office and you put your documents in there and then they come and shred it on site. So I sold that. I was the sales rep for a company. It was called Shred Pro. It got bought out by Cintas, I think, here locally. But I was their worst salesman because I didn't have these skills yet.
Yeah.
I hadn't learned this crap yet.
Yeah.
I didn't know this stuff. And I would go in and I'd sit down and my tones, my rates of speech, the way I was so worried about the way I looked that if all I did was look in the mirror, look at them and mirrored them, I would have sold everything. I would have been the number one, but I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And so now my closing ratios on my appointments when I meet with people are radically high. My calls are off the charts high. I mean, probably 90%, I guess, are my calls. I'll easily set 9 out of every 10 people probably. Is that accurate? Probably. I wonder, it'll be interesting to look back at these and say.
That's a lot, man. I believe it though. I mean, you're definitely up there, dude. I mean, this is, when you say 20 years, I mean, dude, no question about it, and for you to be able to do this for that long and call, not just be a licensed agent and, explore all the other options for marketing yourself, but calling, man. There's probably not a lot of people that have that much experience dialing and sitting on the phone. You probably have thousands and thousands of calls and appointments set.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys watching out there and you guys who are interested in seeing Alma live, Alma is going to be doing some calling live, prospecting live in front of the live audience April 26th, 27th, and 28th at the Elevate event here in Salt Lake City, Utah. If you guys are interested in going to that, give us a call, check us out, like our page. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're streaming actually right now, which is awesome. But definitely get a hold of us, get a hold of Alma.
Yeah, and I don't care where you're at. If you're anywhere in the world and you want to learn the best techniques in the world, I highly recommend you come to this event. It's a pretty intimate event. We usually have a couple hundred people, 200-300 people. And right now, I mean, obviously that's going to grow drastically, but the people that do come, they come over and over again. Isn't that funny? When we go to our events and we look out at the audience, I'm like,
the same people,
all these people were here last time, and with the exception of a few more of their friends that they brought, but that's a huge testament about what it does for them in their business.
Yeah.
Because when you're learning these things about your mindset, the skill sets that you need, you're learning how to discipline your life so that you can be proactive and effective. You're learning scripts and dialogues. You're hearing stories of people that are just like you, that had challenges just like you. And you're like, oh, literally, it's probably the best event you'll go to during the year as far as sales in general and improving your skills sets when it comes to sales. And so, yeah, highly recommend, no matter where you are. And we get people all over the United States who come to these, but I just, I know a lot of people are like, it's a 5-hour flight. Who cares, man? What it'll do for your business, it will change your business. It'll change your life. If you can learn these skills and these disciplines, there's nothing you cannot do in this business. And I truly believe that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a,
well said.
I'm a good example of that.
Yeah.
With my history.
Well said. And again, thank you so much, Alma, for being here today and
My
sharing
pleasure.
your knowledge and experience with us and the audience. Thank you for those of you who have watched.
Thanks for
and
joining
tuned
us,
in.
guys, and thanks for listening live afterwards.
Oh, yes. Again, guys, follow, like, and share. We're on all platforms. Everest Coaching, Everest Sales System, I believe, is Facebook. Everest Coach, Instagram, and we are Everest Coaching without the G on TikTok.
Mine is Alma Merrill.
It's TikTok, yeah, TikTok.
At Alma Merrill, ALMAMERRILL, on all the platforms as well.
There we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And you know what? Cut to the promo. Let's give these guys what they want to see, which is coming up. Alma live at the event. Thanks again, bro.
You got it, brother.
Awesome. Cut to the promo.